Hi, friends. Today I'm going to do a reading titled DT's Barbies, Pam and Kristie uh, for the next 3 months. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading on both of these women that are in the administration. I'm going to use two different decks. I'm going to use this one for Pam and this one for Kristie. Okay, so let's go on and get started. What I think I'll do is I'm going to pull maybe about 6 to 8 cards for each one. And let's see what the energies are around these two women during the next 3 months. How is everybody? I hope you had a great Merry Christmas and I'm wishing you a Happy New Year for you and your family. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see what we have. Pull this first row down. All right. Okay. I pulled the Queen of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands for the first row. So let's go on and get started. Now, this is amazing. I almost never pull for Pam Bondie and don't get this card. This is the Queen of Swords. This is her. And she usually shows up in her reading every time. Okay, so if we were talking about this Queen of Swords, you would know that she is a queen, of course. She's got wealth, she's got riches, but she has a sword in her hand. She's fierce. She's calculated. She is concerned about finances and money also. So this is her showing up in her reading. Um, Now I'm getting an idea because there's three of swords next to her here. Okay, she's starting the year like this, fierce. She's thinking, okay, I'm going to get my agenda going for 2026, but I think it's going to be some problems. I think she's actually being watched. Okay, I think she's being watched. She may even be uh, uh, getting investigated, and she might not know about it. But this is her first chord in her reading. Now, the second chord is the Three of Swords. Now, this is almost self-explanatory. When this comes up in your reading, it's not a good sign because this is a heartbreak, and not only a heartbreak, it's fatal because you have three swords in your heart, not one but three of them. And when you get this card, it usually indicates you are heartbroken. And the worst thing about this card is you're heartbroken, but you're heartbroken by someone that you love. So I think for her, Pam, I think she's going to have some type of betrayal um, during these next 3 months. Maybe somebody in the administration is going to betray her. And, she might have enemies, or, it may even be her leader. We'll see. But she's coming in fierce. Okay, but she's being betrayed by somebody. Okay. Okay, now the next card that I pulled for Pam is the Five of Pentacles card. Five of Pentacles, and we've talked about this card before. This are two people out in the cold, so maybe it's going to be it's a man and a woman. Okay, maybe this is her going to be out in the cold along with some man. Now, I wonder who that is. They're going to be out in the cold. It looks like they are destitute almost because in some cards it shows you that they are out in the cold and there's snow on the ground. They're not dressed properly for the cold. One of them doesn't have on a shoe. You know, one has a cane, so they're not doing well here. But it's two people out in the cold, destitute, and it has something to do with finances or money. Okay, so maybe some type of deal that she made is going to not go through, or maybe even be discovered by whoever that is that's investigating her. Okay, and maybe him too. Okay, so that's the third chord I got for Pam. Now, the fourth chord is not really a good chord either, Pam. Okay, this one is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands indicate that you're in a battle. Okay, so she's going to start her first 3 months of this year, 2026, in a battle. She's been in a battle. Um, she's been fighting. She's weary. She's kind of beat up. You see that bandage on her head, but she is still standing. She's still standing, so she's going to try to keep doing her job, and maybe keeping her job. So we'll see, or maybe keeping her integrity in the first 3 months. Okay, so there she is, battle weary. That's what this card means. Okay, that's the first row. Okay, so let me pull the second row down. Okay. Okay. Now, the next card in the first card in the second row is the Chariot card. Okay, here she is. She's starting off the year, large and in charge. Here she is. She's taking the reins. She's charging in. She's trying to get her agenda, her views um, going forth. Okay, now when you see this Chariot card, it's a person here. They are moving forward, or sometimes they can be going away. So it can mean either thing. It can mean charging in, moving forward, but it could also mean that she may be going away. So we'll have to see. But anyway, she's coming in, she's taking charge, she's large and in charge, she's taking the reins, and she's trying to move forward. But we don't know if she's moving forward or if she's going to be moving away. Okay, so that's their first card in the second row. Now, the next card I got was the Nine of Pentacles reverse. Nine of Pentacles reverse. Now, this is the Nine of Pentacles upright. And this means that, she has, or people, whoever it is, has enough money to support their family. They're doing okay, but they are being able to take care of everything, their business, their family, or whatever. But it came out in the reverse position here for Pam. So it's going to be something going on these next 3 months, guys, that's going to affect um, her being able to go forward with her family, to take care of her family, um, maybe to take care of her career. Okay, and but it's not total devastation, but it's not good either. Okay. Okay, now the next chord, um, you see for her. Okay, this can be devastating too. We'll see. But or it could not, maybe it's not so bad. But anyway, it's the Six of Swords. Okay, so this card is almost self-explanatory. Here she is. Okay, somebody moving. It can mean more than one thing. It can mean either you're moving to calmer water here. She's moving to calmer waters, maybe. Or it could mean she's got swords there. So, um, or she could be going away. Now, if you notice, she had quite a few swords in her and wands. She's got swords and wands, and pentacles. So it's going to be, she's got one, two, three, uh, three swords and a couple of wands. So it's a lot of bickering. Wands and swords usually mean some type of bickering, some type of argument, some type of fighting. So she's moving away, or either she's going to calmer waters. But I don't really think that she's moving to calmer waters because this next card is the devil card. Okay. So this one, we've talked about the devil before. I've said that, some people, when they get this card, some readers, they don't feel like it's evil. Cards mean something different to different readers too. Okay. You can get different things from different readers. I don't know why this cameras keep going back and forth. Let me see. Okay. All right. So I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Oh, I don't want me this big. Hold on. Okay. Let me see if I can finish this. But anyway, somebody here is tied to the devil. Somebody here is tied to the devil. She's chained to this devil, whatever this evil is right here. She's chained to it. Okay. Um, but if you look at it, she can get out of this if she really tries. So I think what's going to happen with Pam, Pam is smart. Pam, she takes care of Pam. Okay, she's smart and she's thinking about her career. I think she, yes, she does believe in this agenda. I do believe, but I think most of it is um, she likes money and she likes prestige in her career. And I think she's going to be trying to protect it. So don't be surprised if in 2026 she kind of tries to wiggle out of this problem that she has here because she's got some problems. I think people are investigating her. I think maybe she may even have some whistleblowers going on in here. Okay, she may have some whistleblowers. And I think she's just, she's trying to get out of trouble and she will try to wiggle her way out of it. I wouldn't be surprised if she stay in the administration, but try to change jobs here. Okay. Okay, now the last card I got for her is the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups card. Now, if you look closely at the Four of Cups, there's a person here. They've got four cups in front of them. Um, they've lost. Okay, these cards are empty. And whatever it is, this person here is kind of depressed about it. But somebody here is giving her another cup. So I think it's just what I said. I think she's going to try to wiggle out of that. She's upset about her losses. Maybe she's going to lose money in one of these deals she's done. Or maybe she's going to lose her job. And I think somebody's going to offer her maybe another one to help her to get out of trouble. Okay? So that's what I think. So that's what I got for Pam. So let me move these cards out of the way. And the next person we're going to do Kristie, rather, for the next 3 months. So let me move these out of the way. Okay, and I'm going to use a different deck for Kristie. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start at Kristie. Okay, I'm gonna pull maybe 6 to 8 courts for her. Kristie Noem, you know who I'm talking about, in the next 3 months. Now, Kristie Noem to me is, now this is my opinion, is the worst out of the two, in my opinion. Because I feel, now this is my opinion, this is not the court. I feel she's a narcissist, just like somebody else that I feel is a narcissist. She thinks about herself only. And she thinks about her money, she thinks about wealth, she thinks about her position, and she really doesn't think about people at all. And she doesn't care. So I think in my opinion, she's the worst one out of the two Barbies. Okay, and I'll give you an example, which I still, when I think about her, we know that she's the puppy killer. You know that. Okay, if you know anything about Christy, no, you know she's the puppy killer. and the animal killer. She doesn't have any qualms about hurting people, animals, any of that. It's all about hers. So she shot the little puppy because she couldn't train him well enough or whatever. I mean, not most human beings would have, if they didn't want to keep the dog, they would have given the dog away or taken it to an animal shelter. But no, she pulls out a gun and she shoots it. So, that says a lot to me. But anyway, and then another incident I think about with her is her down in one of those South American countries visiting so-called gang members that are locked up in the prison. They said before they started rolling the camera, she was off to the side with her stylist and her hair stylist and all this, and she's got on jeans with a $50,000 Rolex watch. You know, so that's who she is. Everything she's on stage. Everything is a stage for her. She's acting. She's putting on the show for this administration. That's my opinion. Though this is not the courts. Okay. Okay, let me see what Kristie's going to be doing in the next 3 months or so. Okay, we'll put these to the side. Okay, let me pull these up. I pulled 6 cards for her because I felt like I could stop there. Okay, now look at this. The chariot came up in her reading too. Both of these women, the chariot has come up in their readings, but with her, this is the first card. Okay, so this is her, like I said, with Pam. They're going to come start the year out, hey, I'm large and in charge. I'm going to go forth with my evilness and I'm going to do a good job with it. And I'm taking the reins here um, in 2026. So that's what she's planning to do here, Chrissy. Let's see, what else could we say about this? Okay, moving forward. Okay, and I'm thinking with Chrissy, I've always thought this, that it's going to be some type of information. I do believe it's going to come out about her, this unlawful, maybe something they've done with these immigrants, and she's going to be right in the mix, okay? That's what I think is going to happen to her eventually. Now, it may not happen in the first 3 months, but mark my word, eventually um, she's going to be going forth on one of these courts. Maybe a world court, maybe a court in the United States. But that's what I feel is her long time um, future, her future. I do believe that. But we're talking about the next 3 months. But I just want to say that because I get kind of emotional when I talk to her because I think she's such a Well, in my opinion, she's horrible. But anyway, let's go on. All right, I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I'm supposed to be reading the chords. Okay, now, the next card that I pulled for her. Now, look, she got this one too, I think. Yeah, the Six of Swords. She's moving away. So that's amazing that both of them would get the same cards in the same reading, but they've made from the same cloth, basically. So I think she's moving away too. Six of Swords, she's moving away. Also, she may be trying to move away from something she's done. Okay, this may be her strategy, trying to move away uh, or distance herself. She might be trying to move away to calmer waters. Okay, this could be her next 3 months. Okay, now the next card is the Page of Swords for Kristie. Okay, now this is a young man um, who um, is pulling out that sword, and he's not afraid to use it. Now, this is not her. This is not her. So somebody's going to pull out that sword, and they're not afraid to use it when it comes to Kristie. So what just came to my mind right now is I think both of these women are under investigation. If it's not um, private investigators, it may be somebody in the government who is still wants to do the right thing for the United States. It could be investigative reporters, but I think somebody is getting ready to use that sword against Kristie in the next 3 months. And when I'm saying sword, I don't mean using to hurt her physically, but I think they're investigating her. I think she's being investigated. I think she's going to come up. They're going to come up with a lot of criticism, um, and I think it's going to be persistent. Okay, and that may be why we've got this card here. Okay, because she's going to want to move to common waters because I think of this. I think she's been investigating people, Christian. Okay, and this may be the case because I've got the Four of Wands, but I got it in the reverse position. Now the Four of Wands upright is like almost like a celebration. It's the happy family. You see two people celebrating. Okay, this is something. Okay, who are we talking about? The two Barbies. Okay, the cards are something else. Two Barbies. So here they are. They're celebrating. Both of them probably celebrating about their positions. They're celebrating about that money that they're making and, being on top of the administration or whatever. But it comes in this position. So this is telling me that her and maybe her friend that we just got through talking about, they're not going to have a reason to celebrate these next 3 months. Okay, because this card came in the reverse position for Kristie. Okay. Now, for me, in my opinion, it couldn't happen to a better person. Okay. So the next card, okay. Now this one is the Two of Cups. This is the Two of Cups. Okay, so this means some type of partnership that she's in with. Who knows? Because I've always felt that some of these oligarchs are making money off of these immigrants. They're getting the contracts for these horrible concentration camps, and no telling what they're doing with these people that they have locked up. But I think whatever they're doing, they're making money off of it. So it's I think, some type of partnership that we don't know about that she's in, Kristie, and it's with a man. Look, they're throwing up the cups, celebrating partnership together, and it's probably not a nice one, not a moral one, but we'll find out. Because whatever, in my opinion, whatever is hidden in the dark is coming out in the light eventually. You all have heard that, that's just common knowledge. That's what the old people used to say. Whatever's hidden in the dark is coming out in the light. So we're going to hear about this. And the reason why I think so is this very last card that I pulled for Kristie. Okay, and this is one of the worst cards. Okay, it is, in my opinion, um, my worst card in a reading. This one and that Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords. This is really bad. Okay, the Three of Swords has the cards in the heart. That means you be betrayed and devastated by somebody you love. This Ten of Swords, let me see. Can you see that? 10 swords in the back. Now, you may can survive, maybe, just maybe. You can survive one sword in the back, but you're not going to survive these 10. These 10 swords, I don't think you're going to have an easy time getting out of this. Okay. And I think she would be the type, she's not going to, she's such a narcissist, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, that she's not going to fear anything's going to happen to her. Because, she does, she believes that she's all powerful, almighty. But something is going to happen, and it's going to cause a Ten of Swords moment in the career, in the life of this Kristie. I think she's going to have a worse outcome than Pam. Okay, because I think actually she doesn't see it coming. She doesn't see it coming because she thinks all is well. I'm large and in charge. Okay, and I think that's the way she feels about herself, her job and all that. But something is going to come out, maybe because of these people or this guy, this Page of Swords, who's going to use that sword. And what I thought I felt, what I said I felt is this is somebody investigating her. Could be government agencies. Everybody's not crooked in the government. So it could be government agencies, it could be investigators, could be investigative reporters. We might have some reporters like we used to have that actually research things. So maybe they're going to come forth. But whatever or whoever it is going to cause a Ten of Swords moment in the life, in the career of Kristie. Okay, so if I were going to sum this reading up, I would say that both of these women come in at the beginning of the year feeling confident, feeling large and in charge, feeling, I'm going to get my agenda going for the new year. But I think something is going to happen in both cases. In the case of Pam, and in the case of Kristie. And I think it's going to cause a Ten of Swords situation when it comes to Kristie, and I think Pam is going to try to wiggle her way out of it, and she's going to maybe try to save herself. Um, I think both of these women are going to face growing criticism. We've already seen that. They're criticizing Pam about those files. And you know that they've been criticizing Noem about her character and the treatment of these immigrants and just everything that she's doing. That she's just always been under criticism. And I think something is going to come out for both of these women in the public that's going to cause a downfall for both of them. Okay. So that's my prediction. And this reading is for entertainment purposes only. But that's what I feel is going to happen for these two in the next several months. Okay, that's what I got, folks. Love and light to all. Blessings. Bye.